What's up, everybody? Justin here with my final part of my top 100 wrestlers. This is a final video for it, for the series. This is part 10. Part 10. Check out my other 9 parts of some of, in my opinion, my favorite wrestlers. Not favorite, but best wrestlers that made an impact. Either they were not good in the ring, but they still made the top 100 because of their promo skills. So here we go with part 10 of my top 100 wrestlers. Number 10, I did by accident on part 9. Number 10 is Y2J Chris Jericho. That guy is he's had an epic career. Great, epic career. Really good career, and it's not done yet. Chris Jericho, Y2J was number 10. So this part 10 will be 9 all the way down to number 1. This is my top 100 wrestlers. Number 9. The guy was so damn good in the ring. Really good. Worked for just about every territory, almost. Worked everywhere except for AWA and Mid-South. Worked for the NWA. Worked for Jim Crockett Promotions. Worked for WCCW. Guy worked everywhere. I don't think he ever worked for AWA, even though he was from Minnesota. The guy went to high school with Curt Hennig, was best friends with Curt Hennig, went to high school with Nikita Koloff and the Road Warriors and Barry Darsow. My goodness. What a crew. If they were all friends in high school and they knew each other, what a crew. Rick Rude, Curt Hennig, the Road Warriors, Nikita Koloff, Barry Darsow, all those guys to watch your back. What a crew. And I recently heard a shoot interview with Nikita going off topic, but it's a fun story. Heard an interview with Nikita Koloff like a couple months ago, and he said at high school when they were playing another hockey team, Nikita Koloff said he saw Rick Rude beat up an entire hockey team of a different school. He beat them all up. That's pretty crazy, and that's a true story. So Rick Rude was damn tough. Great worker, great wrestler, had the looks, had the body, had the brains, was great at promos, was really good at talking. I never thought Rick Rude needed Bobby Heenan. I don't think he did, but they were a good fit. But Bobby Heenan has said in interviews in the past, of course, before he passed away, he said Rick Rude did not want a manager. He didn't really want the spotlight off of him. So I don't think Bobby Heenan and Rick Rude got along very well together. But I don't know. After he stopped managing him, I'm sure Rick Rude was respectful to Bobby Heenan. I don't think he pissed him off. Bobby Heenan just said Rick Rude did not want me as his manager. He didn't want a manager. And he didn't really need one. But it fit for the story that because he was in the Heenan family, he needed Bobby Heenan as his manager. So that made sense. Number 9, Ravishing Rick Rude. Great worker. If I could rate him 1 to 10, I would give him a 10. Guy's a damn good wrestler, damn good worker, damn good talker, damn good at promos. One of the best heels in the business. Especially in WCW, the guy had so much heat. The Guy cut his promo, his legendary opening. What I'd like to have right now, and the crowd would just go nuts. They wouldn't let him talk. They'd boo him out of the building. And he cut down the city or the wherever he was at the time. Said, what I'd like to have right now is for all you fat, out of shape, I don't know what, you'd say a lot of stuff. Out of shape, intercity sweat hogs, or you just rip them. And it was great. I stand by that. Rick Rude, in my opinion, the guy was one of the greatest heels and one of the greatest workers. Great U.S. champion. Really good U.S. champion in WCW. He was a good Intercontinental champ. But stupidly, they had him drop it way too soon. Back to the Warrior at SummerSlam 89. That was not a good idea. But whatever. So I'm glad Rick Rude got to go in the Hall of Fame. Sadly, I wish he could have way before he passed. And the only guy, fun fact, the only wrestler ever to appear on Monday Night Raw and WCW Monday Nitro at the same damn time. That was epic. Number 9, Rick Rude. Number 8, the guy was synonymous, made his career in TNA. Became a main eventer in TNA. Became a big star in TNA Impact Wrestling. Definitely was pushed as a franchise, as their guy was pushed for many years, well over a decade. And he was great. Damn good X Division wrestler. Not that good at promos, but he's okay talker, right? In 2019, he's not a bad talker. He's not bad at promos. The guy's so good in the ring. Still one of my favorites to watch. Number 8, the phenomenal AJ Styles. Definitely one of the best wrestlers in the past 25 years, at least, that I've seen. Finally came to WWE. Got his big opportunity. Before TNA gave him his opportunity, AJ was in Ring of Honor for a little bit in 2002, 2003. Was a part of a Australian wrestling company that was on pay-per-view in America that I actually ordered their pay-per-view. Why would I do that? Because WCW was out of business and I was desperate for other wrestling than just WWE. I ordered a ton of TNA pay-per-views when they were $10. I ordered a lot of them because I wanted to see competition. As a wrestling fan, I love watching competition in other companies. So anyways, the company from Australia was on pay-per-view. They actually had AJ Styles on one of their pay-per-views I ordered in 2001. The company was called World Wrestling All-Stars, WWA. So I saw AJ before TNA in WWA. Then I saw him in XWF. That company never got off the ground. They had some pretty good production and good talent, but they never got off the ground. And then, of course, I followed AJ's whole career in TNA. And I was so happy for him when he came to WWE. Had a great debut in the Royal Rumble. 2016 made his debut. People went out of their minds and just really marked out. I marked out. I was happy. I knew it was coming. I knew AJ was going to debut, but I was still damn excited and happy. AJ, I'm really glad he got to be WWE champion. That's really awesome. He deserved it. Will AJ go to AEW? I doubt it. I think he'll stay with WWE. I think he's better off staying with WWE. So number 8, the phenomenal AJ Styles. The guy's done it all. X Division champion, TNA World Champion, NWA World Champion, TNA Tag Team Champion, TNA Television Champion. Might have even been TNA Legends Champion at one point. Went to New Japan for 2 years. Went to the Indies in New Japan. Went back to Ring of Honor. Became IWGP Champion. AJ Styles. Even is a former US champion. The guy's done it all. So number 7. Number 8, AJ Styles. Number 7, great wrestler. Did not start off that good at all at cutting promos. He was not that good. But he's a just fantastic technical wrestler. The guy's damn good in the ring. Really, really one of the best in the last 25, 30 years in the ring. Has become, especially his current heel run, he's become a damn good talker and getting a lot of good heat. Number 7, Daniel Bryan. What a career of just highs and lows, ups and downs. The guy's a long time member of Ring of Honor, former Ring of Honor World Champion. Had a really long reign as Ring of Honor Champion. Had classic matches as Ring of Honor Champion. Went to, after Ring of Honor, got signed by WWE. And just how they started off, Daniel Bryan was not good. They put him on NXT Season 1 before it was its own brand. And they had The Miz be his coach. That was ridiculous. It was funny, but really ridiculous. Like, what the hell was Miz going to teach Daniel Bryan at that time? Nothing. Because Daniel Bryan was a veteran and had more experience than The Miz. Daniel Bryan had worldwide experience. The guy traveled all over the world, and Miz did travel all over, but he only worked for WWE his whole career. Nothing's wrong with that, but Daniel Bryan had way more experience, is what I'm trying to say. Then he was fired for when the Nexus did their attack and destroyed Raw. And he was fired for choking Justin Roberts, the ring announcer. That was stupid. He shouldn't have been fired. Maybe suspended, but not fired. I think he spit in his face, too. That was pretty damn funny. And I thought it was funny when he was choking him out with his own tie. I popped and marked out. So anyways, after that, Daniel Bryan got rehired and became a U.S. champion. Later on, as a heel, became the World Heavyweight Champion when he cashed in. Money in the Bank. Had AJ Lee as his manager / girlfriend in the storyline. They were never dating, I don't think, in real life, because Bryan was dating Brie at the time. Anyways, Daniel Bryan and AJ had a good run together. Really good. They had that wedding, I think, on Raw 1000. I think. That was entertaining as hell. AJ, Daniel Bryan, back and forth. That was good stuff. Anyways, Daniel Bryan, the Yes Movement, WrestleMania 30. The guy won the big one. Main event of WrestleMania, won the undisputed WWE Championship and had the World Heavyweight Championship. And everybody in the wrestling world after WrestleMania 30 had a big smile on their face. I know I did. I was so happy for Daniel. He deserved it. The company did not want to push him. They did not. They were forced to push him. And at least they listen to the fans for once. And a good thing they're listening to the fans again and pushing Becky. They really have no choice. They have to. Anyways, number 7, Daniel Bryan. The guy's done it all. Ring of Honor World Champion, WWE Champion, still the current WWE Champion. And got rid of the WWE leather title belt strap. That's the new title looks stupid, but I don't got a problem with it. It's all to get heat on Daniel Bryan, the new title, the new look of it. Someone asked me on Twitter if the new WWE title of Daniel Bryan's was available on WWEshop.com. I doubt it. And if it is, someone would probably buy it to probably start trying to eat it or something stupid. Or maybe they'd want to burn it. But I wouldn't buy no goddamn $400, $300, whatever they cost. I wouldn't buy a replica of the new title to burn. I would not. And I would not buy a $400 title belt anyways. That's way too much, and I just wouldn't do that. I think that's too much money, and that's stupid to buy that. So number 7, Daniel Bryan. Number 6, I just thought of this. Number 6 is a guy that actually trained him. I don't think he was his main trainer, but he did help train him a lot. Because the guy, number 7, did go to his wrestling school, the Shawn Michaels Wrestling Academy, that he had for a short time. Number 6, one of my all-time favorite wrestlers. The guy's probably between number 1 and 3 of my all-time favorites. Number 6, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. Legend, Mr. WrestleMania, the Showstopper, Mr. I already said Mr. WrestleMania, the main event, the Showstopper, Shawn Michaels, one of the greatest of all time, in my opinion, one of the best, one of the most charismatic superstars of all time. The guy had so much charisma. The guy was super over, especially in '96 when he called his fans a clique. Now, was the guy a jerk in 95, 94, whatever, 93, 96, 97, 98? Was he a jerk backstage? Sure. The guy's an ass to a lot of people, but so what? A lot of top stars are. The guy's changed for the better. I was so happy when Shawn Michaels decided to return to the ring in 2002. I couldn't believe it. I was really happy. I wanted to see him back, and my goodness, he looked better than he did in the 90s. He had great matches with everybody. He didn't miss a beat. He didn't miss a step. He didn't have any ring rust. He looked great. And I think he was supposed to be back only part-time. But he looked so damn good. He started wrestling full-time again. And from about 2002 to 2010, the guy wrestled full-time and had great matches and feuds with Triple H, Jericho, Undertaker, Cena. Got good matches with everybody. Anyways, number 6, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. Was never the best talker, but was definitely one of the most charismatic and had some of the most charisma ever. And was one of the best in-ring performers of all time. Number 5, The Undertaker, the Dead Man. I always like to call him the Godfather of WWE. The man deserves and demands respect. It's his yard. It will always be his yard. there's been so many damn rumors of is Undertaker gonna retire? Yes or no? When? When is he gonna retire? Nobody knows, and I don't really care to try to guess. It's none of my business when the Undertaker, Mark Calloway, it's none of my business when he decides to hang up the boots. That's his decision, not mine. I don't really like that when fans yell and scream and shout, "Oh, this wrestler needs to retire. They need to go. They're done. They need to retire." Um, did anybody say that, or if fans said that about Sting when he was in his 50s, upper 50s? I think he was like 56 or close to 57 or 55 when he was still wrestling full time in TNA. I'm just saying, me as a fan, I was happy to see Sting when he was in his 50s. I didn't care how old he was. I was happy to see the guy. I was grateful to see him still wrestling. I didn't ever say he should retire because I still want to see the guy selfishly. I'll admit it as a fan of The Undertaker and even Sting, but Sting is not coming back. Hell, I would pay to still see Stone Cold against The Rock one more time. Yes, I'm that kind of fan. Selfishly, I would like to see them wrestle one more match. Just like Undertaker should get at least one more WrestleMania match. It could be a retirement match or something. Or have him go out, I don't know, have him go out on top at a WrestleMania retirement match, and he could win and say, get on the mic, say it, I'm calling it a career, and leave. I don't know why after was it WrestleMania 33, I think, or 30, I think it's 33. I think. But why did The Undertaker, after WrestleMania when he lost to Roman, why did he put down his hat and gloves? That was a mistake. You might put his jacket down. I thought that was a mistake because the guy didn't retire then. He shouldn't have done that. And maybe the company, maybe Vince said, put your gear down so the fans think you're done and you're not. And so the fans think Roman retired you. That was just stupidity to do that. Because the guy didn't retire. He wasn't done. Anyways, I don't like telling any wrestler when they should retire at all. So I don't do it. Number 5, The Undertaker. Number 4, great worker, one of the best of all time. Just one of the best wrestlers and workers of all time. I never saw him have a bad match. The guy even had a good match with Lex Luger. Like, nobody could have a good match with Lex except for Flair, this guy, and, well, Sting had a good match with him too. Can you tell I don't like Lex Luger? I don't. Never ever was a fan of him as a wrestler. I don't wish death on him. I never would. Wish death on any wrestler or wish that he gets ill. Even though I think he's in a wheelchair, he can't walk much, so the guy's already suffering. Anyways, number 4, one of the greatest workers of all time and wrestlers. Wasn't that great of a talker, but he didn't have to be because he was so damn good in the ring. Number 4, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. One of the greatest of all time. Number 3. There is a reason. There is a reason why I'm wearing this guy's shirt. Because he's in the top 3 of the best wrestlers in this top 100 is based on their promo skills, their charisma, how over they were in their promo skills, and how good of a talker they were, and how good of a wrestler they were, and what a great look they had. And Macho Man Randy Savage had it all. He had it all. He had the look. He had the tremendous long robes, different color robes, just damn colorful persona, great persona. Just off the charts, promo skills, entertaining as hell. Especially when it was Macho Man and Mean Gene Okerlund doing interviews together. So good. I could watch those interviews every day and never ever get bored or tired of them. Guy had one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time at WrestleMania 3 against Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. The guy was a really good Intercontinental Champion. Macho Man was a really good Intercontinental Champ. Held the title from February 86 until March, the end of March 87. So I had a 13-month run, or 12-and-a-half-month run as Intercontinental Champion. Number 3, ooh yeah, the Macho Man Randy Savage. I could do a better impression, but I'd make my voice all sore then. And I don't feel like having a sore throat tomorrow. Number 3, the Macho Man Randy Savage. What a career. Just, his guy had legendary feuds with Hogan, Flair, Jake the Snake, and many others. Number two of my top 100 wrestlers, promo skills off the charts. If I give them a rating of 1 to 10, his would be 10. And as a wrestler, the guy could put over jobbers, could put over mid-carders, put over enhancement talents to look good, like they had a chance to beat him. Number 2 is the Nature Boy. Woo! Ric Flair. The limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun. The Nature took everybody Space Mountain. Partied like the Nature Boy. Just spent the money. He lived. He didn't just, it wasn't a gimmick. The Nature Boy was not a gimmick to him. He lived like the Nature Boy Ric Flair. That was him. In my opinion, he couldn't separate himself from the Nature Boy character. I don't know if he still can. I don't think he still can really separate himself. I hope he doesn't drink as much as he used to because he got really sick. The doctor told him you can't drink no more, but he admitted he still drinks a little. Nature Boy Ric Flair, one of the greatest of all time. So many great feuds and rivalries with Dusty Rhodes, Harley Race, Ric Flair, Ricky Steamboat, Macho Man Randy Savage. Who else? Sting. Probably his greatest rival ever is Sting. Number 2, the Nature Boy Ric Flair. I'm going to give you one more. Or try to give you one more. Woo! That's the best I got right now. Number 1. One of the greatest wrestlers, pro wrestlers of all time. One of the greatest amateurs of all time. Won the Olympic gold medal with a broken freaking neck. Number 1, Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle. He's got to be number 1. He's got to be. He is my number 1. I thought the guy was one of the greatest wrestlers, pro wrestlers of all time. Could have a good match with anybody. had great feuds and had a great rivalry with Triple H, The Rock, Chris Benoit, Jericho. Went to TNA and actually was in TNA Impact Wrestling longer than he was a part of WWE. Great matches in TNA with Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Sting, everybody in TNA. He had a good match with them. Number one, the Olympic gold medalist, the All-American, one of the greatest of all time, number one, Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle. Remember what this guy has been through. 3 broken necks, or 3 neck surgeries, and the guy, amazingly, the guy can still walk, and he still wrestles. The guy had so many, I think in 2003, the guy had like 2 or 3 neck surgeries and still was able to come back. Just, Kurt Angle's legendary. Love him. Think he's one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. That's why he's my number one. He's good at promos. He's good at talking. Not the best, but he's good enough. Just Kurt Angle, by far, to me, is a better wrestler than everybody else that I named on this top 100. Hope you enjoyed this part 10 of my top 100 wrestlers. I did number 9 down to number 1. Hope you enjoyed it. Check out all my other parts of my top 100. Bye for now, everybody.